It's all right. I don't need any more of those. Ah, it's you. It's you. You're here. You haven't the slightest idea how delighted I am to see you again. Yes, of course I'm okay. You're here now. Oh, that. Please, pay my injuries no mind. They'll heal with time. I've been severely wounded on the jaw before, haven't I? And you were always there to patch me up. It's just that this time, I happen to need a bit of extra tending to, is all. But I'll be all right. I'm alive, at the very least. Are you okay? You've been crying, I can tell. I'm so sorry. I can't imagine the stress this has put you through. Come take a seat next to me, won't you? The chair on my right side is fine. I want to see you as best as I can. Ah, there you are. That's much better. Yes, I'm here. I'm right here, and I'm not going anywhere. I made it. I promised you I'd be back, didn't I? You know that I don't go making promises I can't keep. Here, let me grab you a tissue or... Right, apologies. I'm already forgetting the state I'm in. The pain hasn't really caught up with me yet. They've got me on a plethora of painkillers, I'm sure. You're so beautiful. Have I ever told you that? I love you so much, my darling. So much that I can't put the extent of it into words. No, nothing is wrong, exactly. I've just had a lot to think about. For a good while there, I was certain I was going to die. I was delirious, and in more pain than I'd ever been in before. When half of your sight is taken away, you also lose your ability to perceive depth correctly. I'm also unable to track objects accurately, and my peripheral vision is also shot. The doctors say that it should improve over time, but that there's only so much extra strain one eye can take. I know that you must be looking forward to me exhausting myself even more easily than before. As if I didn't needlessly worry you enough already. You're right. You're right. At least I'm still here. I'm so grateful that I am, and that you're here with me. Yes, you can take my hand. I might not be able to feel it very well, but it won't hurt. Yeah, I can feel you. Faintly. How do I look? Really? Do you think that an eye patch would suit me? We'll have to see then. There'll be plenty of time for that once I've healed enough. Are you sure? I mean, I'm completely okay with talking about it, but I don't want to upset you. Right. How silly of me to forget your resilience. From the moment I found out that Gojo was sealed, I understood that the odds were against us. Even more troubling was that we had brought so many of the children along on this mission. It was supposed to be routine. The circumstances were shady, certainly. However, never in a million years would I have thought someone like Gojo Satoru would allow himself to be overcome. He is a pompous buffoon, but he doesn't oversell his strength. No, we still don't know exactly what happened. But I never would have stood for the Jujutsu High students tagging along if Gojo wasn't present. So, that development left me incredibly uneasy. Admittedly, I was acutely distressed and worried about what would happen to the students if I made any missteps. With the worst possibilities in mind, I still hadn't the slightest clue about what the hell we would be put through in the end. Or that when it was all said and done, the very kids I was so worried for would be the ones to save my life. After I'd faced a particularly exhausting battle with the special grade cursed spirit, I was left in the state that you see before you now. I could barely see, and I felt very close to collapsing from the pain alone. My thoughts drifted to Haibara, and to what Mei-san had told me before, about traveling south. I thought about you, though, most of all. How gentle your sleeping face looks in the morning, and so soft and at peace. The way that your eyes light up whenever your gaze meets mine. The warmth you bring into my life, into everyone's life. I thought about all the times I'd come home injured, and how you'd patch me up with the brightest smile on your face. I wished, more than anything, that I could be going home to you again. So that you would bring me into an embrace, and assure me that everything would be okay. As long as I kept the image of you in my mind, I felt the pain become a bit more manageable. And so, I did not allow myself to succumb, if only to see your face one more time. I love you too. Is any of this making you sad? Should I leave it there? Okay, as long as you're okay. When I continued on, I saw that patch-face spirit, the one I'd fought before. Do you remember when I told you about that? He had somehow gotten even uglier than when I faced him previously. If Itadori hadn't shown up in that moment, there's no doubt that cursed spirit would have taken my life. That kid is truly something else. I should have more faith in him. He may be young, but he shows so much potential already. Perhaps he's more ready for this sort of life than I ever was. I understand that I make this clear every chance I get, but I view being a Jujutsu sorcerer as work. And making sure that the next generation is strong and capable is something that comes with the job. But Itadori and the others, I don't think they're gonna need my help anymore. And I'm starting to wonder if they needed it to begin with. You're right. I've at least taught them more practical skills than Gojo has. How are things on the outside? I see. I assumed as much. Hey, it'll be okay. We have each other. And like I said, we're in good hands. No, it's all right. It feels good to get all of that out. You do an incredible job of washing all my worries away. After I've healed up a bit, what do you think about visiting that bakery on the other side of town? Yeah, that one. I remember that you'd mentioned it before. No, I think I've changed my mind. I don't consider anything to be too out of the way anymore. There are so many things I want to do with you. Places I want to see. I love you too. So much. But darling, do you think we could get away with a kiss or two? Don't worry. If it hurts at all, it'll be worth the pain. Thank you. No, it didn't hurt. Fine, maybe a little bit, but like I said before, it was worth it. I'm just grateful to be able to kiss you again. As soon as I've recovered, I'm going to dote on you even more than I did previously. Hey, really, I'm okay. Everything will be fine, and you know I'm not just saying that. Optimism isn't exactly my forte. I'm absolutely certain that everything will be fine, because now we're together. And I'm not going to let anything separate us again. Not cursed spirits, not dead-end jobs. Nothing that this world could throw at us will tear me away from you. Now that I've seen the face of death and walked away in one piece, I've found myself with a strong conviction to make the most of our time. I want to spend as much as I can with you. We'll iron out all of the complications later. What matters is that you and I are here right now. And I couldn't be happier. Truly. You're doing more than enough, so don't worry about that. I know that you're used to being the one to mend me once I'm injured like this, but trust me, you're helping immensely just by being here. All right. If you insist. A bit of water would be nice. There's some on the counter over there. Do you think you could grab some for me? Yes, that clear jug is mine. They have me hooked up to fluids already, but those don't do very much for a dry throat. That's good. Thank you so much, my darling. With everything going on right now, the hospital staff here have their hands extremely full. It's not right of me to ask for help in regards to something so small. I'm not exactly in critical condition anymore, unlike most of the people that are here. The nurse's attention is better suited elsewhere, for those who truly need it right now. Oh no, I have no issues requesting assistance if it's something that I need. I just figured that a sip of water can wait. The pain medication is making me rather nauseous anyway, so I'm trying to pace myself. So far, I've only had very minor side effects. Are you going to be my stand-in nurse for the time being, I wonder what a nursing job pays in comparison to being a Jujutsu sorcerer. Right. My apologies. I shouldn't be thinking about such things. If everything... When everything is able to return to normalcy, I may shift my focus to teaching, I think. I'm not sure what's to become of my technique yet. It's quite the challenge to maintain accuracy with limited vision like this. I doubt that I'll be sent on missions after everything blows over. Not that I'm complaining. The less busy work I have, the better. But I'd also rather let myself get stuck in that box with Gojo than go back to that salaryman job. So, teaching seems like the best option, doesn't it? If the next generation of sorcerers is anything at all like Yuji Itadori, I think it'll be a nice change of pace for me. I'm elated that you think so as well. Your support means the world to me. Truly. I'm so glad you came to see me. However, I think it's time that I get some rest. I'll need all I can get before the pain really starts to catch up with me. Please, if there's somewhere you need to be, don't hesitate to take care of yourself as well. You can also stay with me while I sleep, if you prefer to do that. Just don't go worrying yourself sick. Remember your own needs. Either way, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be right here. And once I've recovered, there are so many things I'd love to do with you. Everything is going to be okay. I love you so much. Ah, it's you again. I know, I should be resting, but I need to tell you about a couple of important things first. If you were fond of this audio, you ought to subscribe to the channel. There are a grand amount of videos posted here that you can go and listen to right now. It's quite an excellent way to spend your time. There are plenty more to come as well. Oh, an extra suggestion for our adult fans, patreon.com/Anigomi is worth checking out if it's the more mature audios you're looking for. And finally, if you want something made especially for you, head to anigomi.com/commissions. We'd be honored to receive one from you. Looks like that's all the time I have. Farewell. I look forward to seeing you again.